Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for tuning in to this video. If you're new here, then please feel free to hit the subscribe button and give me a follow so you can see all my videos. And if you are a subscriber, thank you so much for sticking around and watching my videos. Today's video is just going to be a day in the life of a pregnant woman. I am 31 weeks pregnant right now, and I am currently on leave. So I've been on leave now for a few weeks, and I'm in Canada, so we get like a whole year. Plus we can get sick leave for 15 weeks prior to our maternity leave if we're having complications or just anything that's like hindering our ability to go to work, which I have scoliosis and metal rods in my back, so I have a really bad back and I work 12-hour shifts with a lot of like machines, like bending over, like hovering over machines and like twisting and turning and stuff, so it's just not great on my back with the relaxin going through my body. So I am currently on sick leave for my work, so my daily life is different than it used to be because I'm not going to work. I try to keep busy and not just laze around the house. Just sitting on the couch all day hurts my back as well. Like it's a fine line between like resting and moving around, because if I do too much moving around, my back hurts and my feet hurt. But if I like sit for too long, my back hurts as well. So yeah, I have to, anyways, it's a thing. But without further ado, let's just get into the video. I usually wake up around 8 and like 10:30, between those times. Usually it's more like 9 o'clock, depending on how late I stayed up. I have a really hard time sleeping throughout the night, falling asleep, staying asleep. So yeah, when I first wake up in the morning, I have to pee, so that's usually the first thing that I do. Here I've already peed before I started recording though, so that's why you're not seeing me get up. I usually lay in bed just scrolling through Facebook, Instagram, whatever on my phone for like a solid hour or so. Not gonna lie, I'm pretty lazy in the morning. I'm so tired from not sleeping that I just laze around and don't really get up. It takes me a while to find the motivation to get out of bed. So I just lay there and I go through my phone and I think about what I'm gonna do today. I keep a water bottle with me beside my bed, or on the ledge above my bed, I guess, every night because I am so thirsty. I fill it up before bedtime usually, so it's full when I go to bed, and I get up around 3 or 4 times a night to go pee, and I usually am super thirsty every time I wake up, so I drink water throughout the night, which obviously makes me need to pee more. It's great. So by the time I wake up in the morning, my water bottle's pretty much empty, so that's usually the motivator to get out of bed, is that I need water. And then once I get up and I pee again and have some water, you know, you gotta come back and cuddle your cat. He's just so handsome. Usually he comes up to me and cuddles me and lays like at my head and shoulder at the head of the bed, but this morning for some reason he was just content at my feet, and I was missing my cat cuddles because it's usually a daily routine that when he notices I'm awake, he comes up and he cuddles me and we just cuddle for a bit. So I had to come back to bed and cuddle him, and I'm not gonna lie, I probably laid there cuddling him for another solid like half an hour to like 45 minutes. You can't get enough cat cuddles. That's self-care right there, honestly. And look what was delivered today. It's my Pack and Play. So I got the Graco Data Dream bassinet play yard. It's gonna look like that, with the change table and bassinet that's portable. It is just sitting in my front doorway because it was very heavy and it was hard for me to even get it from the doorstep to the inside. So it's gonna sit here all day until Jeremy gets home. I'm not attempting to bring it upstairs. So as soon as I go upstairs, the first thing I normally do is let my dogs outside. Although the cats, they always run to the door first because they're cats. And so usually I actually end up letting the cats out before the dogs. I make the dogs like wait and stay because they'll just like run and trample the cats, and the cats are dumb and don't like move out of the way. So it's just this whole thing of everyone trying to get out at the same time. So I usually let the cats out first, and then once they're out of the way, I then let the dogs out. Once they come back inside, I then obviously feed them their breakfast. Sometimes, depending on how hungry I am, I eat my breakfast first and then I feed them. But usually I feed them first just to get that out of the way because they're probably hungry too. But yeah, sometimes I'm just like really nauseous because I'm so hungry that I'm like, I need to eat first, and then I feed them after I'm done eating. But either way, they get fed their breakfast. So once I have fed them, I eat my breakfast. Before I was pregnant, I really hardly ever ate breakfast, to be honest. Like, it really wasn't part of my day. I didn't get hungry until around lunchtime usually. But then, you know, my daily routine has definitely changed since I got pregnant. So now I like have to eat breakfast. I have to eat basically 3 meals a day. I like to try and eat as healthy of a breakfast as possible. I really like oatmeal crisp. It's delicious. Jeremy really likes the like berry kind, but I really don't like the dehydrated berries. I find them really gross actually. So I get the almond. That's what that cereal is right there, is the oatmeal crisp, and it has a lot of fiber in it, which, you know, in pregnancy it's really common to get constipated, TMI, but that's a thing that happens. So you really need to like consume as much fiber and like things that help you poop as much as possible. So I find that I've been really liking the oatmeal crisp. Of course, I'm still drinking coffee. You know, you have to monitor your coffee intake, but you're allowed to drink coffee when you're pregnant. It's not off limits completely. It's just something that, you know, you definitely can't have like 5 cups a day. So I drink my coffee and I eat my breakfast, and once I'm done that is when, usually on most days, I will then start cleaning. Some days are better than others, you know. I'm pregnant, I'm in my 3rd trimester, sometimes I have no energy, so sometimes I don't clean. But I also have 5 animals, 2 large shedding dogs and 3 cats, so my floors, they get covered in hair really easily. So vacuuming is like a daily thing. Like, if I don't do other things, the thing that I do pretty much every single day is at least vacuum the floors and put the dishes in the dishwasher / unload the dishwasher if they're clean, because I can't stand looking at dirty dishes in my sink. So those are 2 things that I like. I do even on the days that I have no motivation. I still find the motivation to usually like vacuum and do the dishes, because sitting down on my couch and just like staring at all the hair on the floor, it just stresses me out, and I'm like, you know what, just vacuum and get it over with. And then if you don't do anything else today, at least, you know, at least you're vacuumed. And I know I don't even have any carpet at all, but I vacuum, I don't sweep, because I just have, there's so much hair from the animals that like, it's just so much easier to vacuum. And shout out to this vacuum. It is my favorite. It is like a 30-year-old vacuum. I got it secondhand off Facebook Marketplace for like pretty cheap, but like back in the day, like when it was brand new, it was like $1,000, if not more, and it is amazing. It is so much better than any brand new like modern vacuum I've ever purchased. Like the maximum that my new vacuums have lasted is like 3 years, and then they go to shit. So I was like, I'm so fed up with buying vacuums and have, like, you know, there's dander. Like I have 2 dogs, big dogs, so there's dander that gets all built up in it, and they were like bagless vacuums with like just you just empty the canister. Oh my god, a bagged vacuum is so much better because all the dander just goes into the bag, so you don't have to like clean out, you know, it's not going all in the vacuum. And anyways, I can just not recommend this vacuum enough. I do have 2 floors to my house, and sometimes I vacuum both floors at the same time. Pre-pregnancy, I did that more often. Now, my back gets sore. I usually pick one floor, do that, and then like another day, do the other floor kind of thing. So on this particular day, I chose the upstairs to do like a big full clean. On this day, I didn't touch the downstairs at all because I decided I wanted to like fully clean the upstairs kind of thing. And I did, you know, dust and stuff too, which I didn't film. I figured you didn't really care to see all of it. And I do have 3 cats. I only have 1 litter box, so the litter box does get cleaned every single day as well, because obviously it'll pile up if it doesn't. Of course, I didn't film that because, yeah, but usually as soon as I'm done eating my breakfast, actually the first thing that I do is clean the litter box. I just like to get it right out of the way in the morning, so then it's just, I don't do it at night, I do it in the morning. I think it's better that way. So at this point, it is 1:45 in the afternoon. Obviously I've been going at it all afternoon, well, all morning. Yeah, so I'm finally going to hop in the shower. I was going to work out this afternoon. Now, I always work out at nighttime just because that's when I have the motivation to do it and the energy and stuff. Usually around 9 o'clock at night is when I like work out. But last night I was like, you know what, maybe tomorrow I'll work out during the day. And now that it's the afternoon and I've like been cleaning all morning and I'm like sweaty, I'm like, yeah, no, I'm gonna have a shower and work out tonight. And do my usual routine, screw changing it up. After I have cleaned and showered and gotten dressed and gotten ready for my day, I usually eat some lunch because I'm hungry again. It is, you know, like 2 o'clock, depending on the day, but usually around 2 o'clock is when I eat lunch. And then I finally sit down and relax for a little bit, and I really do mean a little bit because I'm not good at relaxing. I'm just the type of person who like needs to be doing things either mentally or physically, but usually physically. I don't really like just sitting around, which is hard because I'm pregnant, I'm in my 3rd trimester, my belly is heavy, and my feet and my ankles and my back all just get so sore so easily, so I do have to like take breaks and sit down. But the breaks tend to be short-lived because I'm just bored and I need to like do something, and I'm always thinking about things that I could be doing instead of just sitting here like wasting time doing nothing. So it is a kind of a struggle for me to sit and relax. But usually in the afternoon is when I do that. I just watch some TV, do some crocheting, you know, go on Pinterest on my phone, just like, yeah, do some relaxing things. Again, I have to still be like doing something, like I can't just sit there and watch TV. Like I have to be like crocheting at the same time that I'm watching TV. my hands have to be doing something. I don't know. I don't have ADHD, it's not diagnosed anyways, but who knows, maybe I have a little bit undiagnosed. Either way, that's usually my relaxing point. Depending on the day, sometimes I'll spend the whole afternoon like crocheting and relaxing until Jeremy gets home. Or I will eventually get up and do something. It just depends on like how tired I am that day. Alright guys, it is almost 5 o'clock, like 4:40. I've been relaxing, just watching TV, you know, giving my back a break, crocheting while the laundry goes. Yeah, so I'm just gonna take the dog for one of those. Putting my shoes on. He's ready. I haven't even told him or said anything, but he knows. He knows what these shoes mean. I never wear these shoes except for one thing. Thirsty. It was a good walk. Good exercise. Usually I like to cook supper and have it ready for him for when he gets home. Hi baby. He's always home at different times though, which makes that a little hard because he just does like contracting work. So sometimes like if they're not finished a certain job, they'll just keep going until they finish. So sometimes he's home at like 4 o'clock and then other times he's home at like 7 o'clock. So I try and time supper just around like 5:30, and if he's not home for it, I just eat without him, and then like he doesn't mind eating cold food. He's actually like really weird about that. He'll just eat literally anything out of the fridge cold, and I think it's so gross, and like I need to heat things up. Like I need to nuke it before I eat it, depending on what it is. You know, some things are okay cold, but like for the most part, if it's like food that was warm, I need to like heat it up in the microwave before eating it. And he just literally anything, he will just eat cold and he'll like it. Like it's not like he's just lazy, he actually likes it cold. I'm like, okay, whatever. But it means that I can just leave food. Yeah, I can just cook supper and like I just leave it on the stove, kind of cover it, you know, whatever, like put cover on the pot or whatever, and he just eats it when he gets home. Look, he's finally home. It's like 7 o'clock.
That's what happens when you work.
I've been waiting all day for this.
Mm-hmm.
And Max is just waiting for some pizza. Woo!
Oh my goodness.
I think it's supposed to be like really easy to put together. And there it is. Taking up the whole living room. Gonna have to find another spot for the dog bed, I think. Which is just a blanket at the moment. While I'm waiting for their new bed to get here. Change table. Places to put things. Bassinet that is portable. And then this is like another like bassinet part for when they get bigger, and then obviously the actual playpen. So I do work out most nights. I don't work out every single day. Even before I was pregnant, I worked out usually on and off. Like I've had phases where I've gone months without working out, but it is always something that I come back to. I've been active since I was like a little kid. Like I was, you know, always in sports and stuff. Like I did a lot of horseback riding. Actually, I was super into horses from like a really young age. So I've always been someone that's worked out, even prior to being pregnant. Like I was always someone that worked out. It was never something that I was like huge into. Like I obviously wasn't like a bodybuilder or anyone who like competed or anything like that. And like I said, sometimes, you know, I would go through phases where I would go like months without working out. I think the longest I went was like a year or two. Oh baby, honey, I'm trying to film this video. I definitely haven't always been on top of it. That being said, I do always seem to like to come back to it, and working out is just something I really enjoy. You just feel so good afterwards. So when I first started trying to get pregnant, I did get back into working out. Like before I even got pregnant, I was like, I need to work out more. I need to like get in shape before I get pregnant so that I can like have a healthy pregnancy. And yeah, it's just like a good idea to get in shape, you know. I mean, at any point in time in your life, it's a good idea to be healthy and fit. So I did start doing more like at-home workouts and was actively working out a few times a week before I got pregnant. In my first trimester, I was so nauseous and so exhausted all the time. Like the fatigue hit me so hard that I didn't really work out for like most of my first trimester. And then when the second trimester hit, not like instantly, but pretty much instantly, like a week or two after officially hitting the second trimester, the nausea and the exhaustion like went away. Like I felt amazing, I felt back to my normal self, so I started working out again. I was like, I need to get back into this before, you know, I'm like huge. Like it's good to start it before you're huge, you know what I mean, so that your body's like used to it, because they say you shouldn't like amp up your workouts while you're pregnant. If you're someone who works out a lot prior to pregnancy, then you can like maintain that, but it's not the time to like push yourself. So I'm like, I'm feeling really good right now, I'm gonna get back into working out before, you know, I like lose this kind of thing. Anyway, so now I am in my third trimester. I'm still working out. When I am too tired, I don't force myself to. Like if I'm just really not feeling it, and like my feet really hurt or something, and like you know what I mean? I don't force myself to do it. I listen to my body and I take that day off. But when I am feeling good, and even days that like I'm having some back pain, I'll still work out, because I find that working out actually does help my back pain a lot. Like even like yoga and stretching helps, but I find like actually doing like workouts, like lifting weights and, you know, doing like lunges and like squats and stuff, and just like being active, it gets your blood flowing, your muscles warmed up, and like they're not stiff, they're working, and I find that it helps my back pain a lot. So yeah, I still work out. Whew, okay, finished my workout. Now I'm sweaty as shit. I'm going to have a shower and go to bed, and that is my night and my day. And thank you guys for watching, if you've watched this far. Yeah, I'm just like out of breath and sweaty. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Hit subscribe, like the video, comment what you want to see, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.